My name is Brittany, Arizona. I've been tattooing for 10 years, and I own the Alter Tattoo. I've wanted to tattoo since I was like 12. My aunt was babysitting me, and she went to a parlor to get a tattoo, and she brought me with her. And ever since I walked in that parlor, I was like, yeah, I want to do this the rest of my life. There was flash all over the walls, and I always was an artist, so. I mean, I just drew a lot. Yeah, I never like went to school for art or anything. I just loved doing it, yeah. Yeah, at the beginning, I was very apprehensive and more introverted, I think. And then tattooing has made me definitely more of an extroverted kind of person. I feel like I can relate to almost anyone. Like I could find something in common with anybody now at this point, you know. I do my best to like ask questions that they could like, I could find something, you know what I mean? Like not, like more open-ended versus just like yes or no questions. But. And I think, you know, you could suck at tattooing, and if you treat someone right, they'll come back because they like the way you make them feel. I feel like as an artist, you're always your hardest like critic, right? You always want to do more, and you think that you should be farther along than you are. But I think like you kind of have to stop and enjoy where you're at, because progress is going to come, but you just have to trust it. Definitely neo-trad. I do like illustrative. It's kind of ironic, when I first started tattooing, I didn't want to do color at all. I just wanted to do like sacred geometric, you know, black work. And then I did one color tattoo and it was over. I was like, this is for me. Yeah. So, yeah, like, because I was like, oh, I just want to do like sacred geometric. And then when I did that color piece, I was like, maybe traditional, neo-traditional would be fun, you know? I think that as an artist, it's really hard to feel content where you're at. And I think that if you stop learning, you kind of plateau. You never want to stop. You always want to be like, oh, what's next? You know, it keeps you like, it keeps a fire lit under you, I think. Yeah, especially when you own the shop too. I feel like colorful, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I find inspiration a lot in like nature and animals, flowers. I love doing flowers. It does happen though sometimes where I do feel like I just get burnt out if I tattoo. Like I never take a break. I never make art in other ways. I think that, you know, painting, actually drawing on paper versus like tattooing does help me get my like creative juices back. But taking a couple of days off, like I go like 3 days and then I'm like, okay, like I need to do a tattoo. Yeah, it's fast. It's a quick turnaround most of the time, so. I think just being open to working with somebody else, you know, have it be more like a collaborative piece makes it easier to work with somebody for sure, versus maybe someone that's a little more like less adaptable. Being willing to learn and like be like, oh, well, that's why I can't do that, then we'll do something different, or, you know, try to make it work regardless. But just like tattooers, like an artist, you have to be able to learn to get the best outcome. I think for the majority of people, it's about the experience, definitely. Like I said, like you could suck at tattooing, but if you treat someone well and you make them feel good about themselves, they'll keep coming back. I mean, the art's definitely important. That's how you get clients to begin with, right? I think you could treat them poorly and they won't come back. It definitely matters. I think just, you know, being remembered as an artist that just did my best regardless, put out the best I could put out. Every tattoo, did my best. It's kind of funny, like changing the ordinances and getting the shop in downtown and stuff. I kind of did it just because I thought it was the right thing to do, and not even necessarily because I wanted to like be remembered as the person who did it, but I just felt like it was kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I think it's important for things to be fair and to feel excluded. I think feeling excluded pushes me to be included in things too. It makes me think like, well, why the fuck can't I be in there? Or, you know, like I'll prove you wrong, you know? So it's kind of why I did it. For the rest of like people that don't tattoo, I think they think tattooers are like rock stars. You know what I mean? They think they live these like luxurious lives. I mean, I feel like the majority of us are pretty humble and just want to make art. Yeah, that's not how it is. Like, but of course, online, you know, you're trying to attract customers. I think a lot of tattoo artists like give that, like they make people think that they do. And I can tell, like, it's impressive, definitely, but the majority of us probably don't live like that. We're just trying to make it like everyone else. I feel like the tattoos that end up hitting me the most are kind of small pieces. and not necessarily like really large scale stuff. Like I did one and I didn't even, you know, think much of it until after I had done it, but it was just words. And I think it said something like, "It lasts but a moment." And it was written by one of my clients, like her grandmother, about her like getting married and enjoying like being in love with the person that she was with because it doesn't last long. And like she had passed away and that's what she got, and I remember it's for her grandmother, and I was like, oh man. And then you just, yeah, you like think about it, you're like, wow. And then I think it's really interesting to kind of trace over someone else's handwriting, especially when they're not here anymore, and to kind of like follow their own pen strokes. I think it's really meaningful. I mean, you definitely gotta want it because it's gonna test you in many ways. And I think, I don't think you become a successful tattoo artist without thinking a couple times like, fuck this, you know what I mean? But you have to push past those walls. There are multiple times I thought I was like, this is it, dude, like I'm quitting. I think when you feel like you're hitting that wall, progress is right on the other side of it. So you just have to keep pushing. There were a lot of things that maybe weren't so great in 10 years, but at the same time, like I wouldn't change it. I'm happy where I ended up, you know? Definitely me. It made me a better artist, made me a better person, a better partner, you know, definitely. I guess just that I would do my best if they came to me for a tattoo, or, you know, I always put my absolute best in every tattoo I do. Try to get better, try to learn, try to grow.